Okay, so now let's take a few minutes to introduce you guys to our online homework system, WileyPLUS. Um, you see there's this chapter homework and mandatory assignments are worth 10 points, as well as there's some extra credit. I'm going to show you when I get into the system what I mean by the homework, the mastery, and the extra credit. So for right now, let's actually go down to the bottom and focus on getting you guys registered. Okay, so what you're going to do is click this link here, and this should be good throughout the semester to get you to your WileyPLUS page. Click this, and then we're going to create a WileyPLUS account over here on the right. If you bought the textbook through the bookstore, you should actually already have an account sort of log in there, so make sure to check that. If you haven't, then I would suggest you go for the 2-week free trial, just in case whatever it doesn't work out with this class. But nonetheless, you see at the top here, this is our course. So when you do create an account, it should already be specific to our class. So then I want to show you what it's going to look like when you do actually log into the system here. Okay. This is the type of page you're going to see. There are announcements over here. I had been playing with the system and created a bunch of test assignments. So there are some assignments that say, oh, you have an assignment due in 24 hours. That's not true. That was just one of the test assignments. Unfortunately, I have no power to go in there and take those messages away. So just please ignore them, although they will in the future let you know when you have a new assignment. Really what you guys want to pay attention to is this page right here, assignments. This will have all the assignments that are going to be due. So this is all for chapter 1 stuff, the next module. You can see it has the due dates here. That's actually next Wednesday. I've given you guys a little bit extra time since we're doing this introductory module as well. But now let's take a look at what these different assignments are. So notice that these ones down here say mastery, and then they're a particular topic. So these are what I want you guys to do first. They're very topic specific. The questions are leading in that they go from concept to concept and build. And they're graded very leniently. As long as you get, I think it's half of them correct, you'll get full credit. If you get less than half, you'll get half credit. Okay, so it's very hard not to get those points. But those are going to be one of the mandatory assignments for the week. Total, those will be worth 5 points. Some chapters have, this particular chapter has 4, the next chapter only has 2. So there are a different number of these mastery ones, but nonetheless, together they will be worth a total of 5 points per chapter. The other mandatory assignment, the other 5 points, is going to be from this chapter 1 homework here, okay? This is graded a little bit less leniently, meaning that you get graded on correctness. You do have 3 attempts per question, but you lose 20% of the credit after the first attempt. So if you get it wrong a first time, you're down to like a B or 4/5 of the amount of points. And then the last thing that I'm going to offer each week is just additional extra credit practice problems. Content-wise, they're the same, they're just more, but there is also ACS specific practice questions in those problem sets as well. So they might be beneficial to you for that reason. These are going to be worth up to 2 extra credit points per week. So if you complete all of the assignment, you can get 2 extra credit points added on. So, you'd have 12 out of 10 points for the week. 2 extra credit points doesn't really sound like a lot, but if you get in the habit of doing it, 1, it's just more practice, so that's great. And 2, they will start to add up over time. So the last thing that I want to point out, let me check my notes here real quick. Excellent. Okay, so the last thing that I want to point out here is this very important note at the bottom, which is that the WileyPLUS system has its own gradebook. I'm not going to pay attention to that gradebook, okay? I'm only going to look at your percentage score that you got of a particular problem set and use that to calculate your homework grade, again, out of 10 points per week. So when WileyPLUS says that this assignment is 60 points, that's not really true. So really what I want you guys to do is to ignore that WileyPLUS gradebook and specifically look in your Canvas gradebook. That will be updated after the due date to reflect what your true homework grade is. Cool? All right, so click next and keep on going.